Hello, you're so welcome to the show today. I'm Sarah Leather from thesarahleather.com, and I'm thrilled to have you here. And today I'm talking about, again, for the second time this week, I am talking about what I'm learning about business from blackberries. Yeah, it's the most amazing thing. I'm recently back from my mastermind trip to Iceland, and I'm still kind of coming down from that. And my brain is kind of working in override at the moment, just picking up on lots of different messages and lots of ahas and breakthroughs and things. But I seem to just be noticing things everywhere. So I wanted to share this with you. And I wrote a post a couple of days ago about the kind of the first part of this. So I'm going to include that. And also I've had another message from the blackberry since then. And the post is called "Is Your Next 10K Sitting Right Under Your Nose?" And I was writing very often when I notice something in the house that is missing. We've got a whiteboard up on the wall and write it up there. It's my shopping list, and then when I go shopping, I take a photo of it and off I go, and then I don't remember, don't forget. I don't forget to buy things if it's been written on the list. Um, so I was writing my shopping list and I wrote down berries, like I love fresh berries, so healthy, it's so good. And I wrote on the list, otherwise I'll forget. I get to the shops and I'd be trying to visualize the list on the wall, and if there was no one home to send me a photo of it, I'd just have to try and remember. So um, I love having some berries in the morning for a snack or with my breakfast. And then I was walking out to my car, and it was parked in our sort of, we've got two driveways, and it was the rear driveway. And I just looked sideways as I was getting in the car, and I thought to myself, like, "Oh, the lovely blackberries are out already. I must tell my mum," because my mother lives in Australia, and but she grew up over the side of the world. She grew up in London, and she still misses, after living in Australia for so long, still misses the seasonal berries that grow out along our hedgerows in the countryside at this time every year. And I'm always sending her photos of blackberries, and showing, and she goes, "Oh, stop it, I miss those. I'm gonna have to buy them in the shop in the plastic packaging and everything. You're so lucky to have them growing there." Yes. And then I realized, like, I don't need to buy them. They're right here. And last autumn, actually, I collected a huge haul of them because they're there for a few weeks and then they're gone. The birds get them, which is great, or some of them just drop to the ground and get destroyed. And so there's so many growing around here and not so many houses. So I last year I filled up several large containers full of them, had them in the freezer, made black blackberry and apple crumbles and blackberry this and blackberry that, just frozen berries for smoothies and to have with breakfast. Really great to I defrost them before I have them for breakfast. Frozen smoothies is okay. Yeah, but so they were so good to have. And it's funny that I had actually written about this a couple of years ago. I've been written about blackberries when I was writing about kind of hormonal changes that I was going through, and realizing how menopause was affecting me. And because for 2 years in a row, I didn't see the berries until mid-October, when they were just pretty much finished, and all that remained was some shriveled up one of the bushes. And I had walked past them every day, sometimes a couple of times a day, out for a walk, walking down to my local beach or going in a different direction. The blackberries are everywhere. And for 2 years in a row, I just didn't see them until it was too late. I was like, "Gosh, I'm so vague. What's wrong with my brain? What's happening to my brain?" And I probably even bought berries in the shops those years. And this is how our brains can be during this time of our lives, sort of really detached from what's going on around us. I believe there's a purpose to this. There's a few different layers to it, and I'll talk more about it later. But there is, in some part of it, it's healthy to keep the brain really healthy and make sure you are alert and everything. There's lots of things you can do around diet and lifestyle and everything like that, which is ongoing work, which is great. Exercise, all sorts of things to help the brain to work really well. But I also believe that there is, this thing around at this time of our lives, that the hormones are creating this just like in pregnancy. You know, in pregnancy they call it baby brain, where maybe some stages of pregnancy you forget. Never forget when one of my friends told me she was pregnant. She had her family years before most of the rest of us, and I remember her saying that she put the washing machine on. She turned it on and walked away, and but she forgot to put any washing in there. And another time she forgot to put the washing detergent in there. And I remember looking at her as if she was completely crazy. I'm just like, how could you do that? And of course, once you've been through it yourself, you think, oh, that's normal. And you know that, you know, in pregnancy and when you've got a young baby, it's nature's way of making you purely focus on the baby and nothing else. Which is not always helpful, but there's a purpose for it in nature. And I believe also in menopause that there's a real purpose in this at this time of our lives. There are times when, you know, we should be a lot freer. Our children should be gone if we have children. That it's a time for self-reflection, a time to go inwards, a time to really start asking yourself, what do I need? What do I want? What do I want to create in the next few decades of my life? And it's, you know, so that I think there is a purpose to that kind of not noticing some things that are going on. But it got me thinking about women and how it can affect our businesses. The Everything in my brain is so well trained into to looking at everything in it through a business lens. You know, wondering like these blackberries were sitting right under my nose and I didn't see them, and what else is sitting right under our noses? I'm often saying that like your next 10K is sitting right under your nose, but just like the nose on your face, it's so hard to see it. It's there as plain as day, but really hard to see it. So, you know, what else is sitting there? I really believe that dream clients are everywhere, and you just need to speak to their heart. You need to know how to speak in their language to the problems that they're having, and speak to the solutions as well that you know you can help them with. And um, really, a it really is an amazing thing to realize that there is such abundance everywhere. And when I was picking blackberries then to have as a snack, I dropped the biggest one. This big, really succulent looking berry. And I thought about leaving it there, but I really, really wanted. I thought that's the biggest one I've come across. I really want to. I bet that one's really delicious. And so I dived down in the brambles, stuck my hand in there to get the berry, but in the process, I scratched myself. I got a splinter. I had to go and wash it, find some tweezers, get the splinter out, put a little bit of something on it to antiseptic on it, which took me in the process of maybe 10 minutes or so. And it was sore for a couple of hours. It's absolutely fine now, it's gone. But you know, it really made me realize that I was grasping for something, and that never works. Whenever we're grasping, whenever we're sort of like going to get something that has moved away from us, and thinking about when do we do this in our businesses, because it never works either. You know, to be graspy and needy of a lead or a client, how does it feel? It's pretty uncomfortable, just like that splinter. So my message from there was like, just really let the berry sit on the ground. A bird will be very happy to find it. And there are plenty more berries on the bush, just like there's so many clients out there for you. And it was funny, the next day, that was a few days ago, and then the next day I was out there thinking like, more berries, I'm going out to get more berries. And you know, by next week I'm going to have to walk up the road a bit to get berries, because or new ones will come, but I will have to go a little bit further afield, but that's fine. I'm going to get the ones that are right there under my nose to start with. And I was collecting some more berries, and then again I spotted this bunch of really big, again, the big succulent ones, the big juicy ones. And I thought, oh, I hadn't noticed those before. They are the best berries ever. I was just like eyeing them up, but they were over the other side of the fence. Now it's not a high fence, it's quite reachable, and over on my neighbour's side of the fence. And I thought, like, if I just walk around this just very short walk around to the other side of the fence, I could easily pluck those. And my neighbour's away at the moment, so I knew that that wouldn't be a problem, like I wasn't stealing them from under their nose. And I thought about going and when I thought about it, I was thinking like, oh, I had sandals on, I think. The grass, there's long grass around there, and the grass is really wet. And I thought they're having this conversation to myself for a few minutes about, will I go around there, or will I reach over a little bit? And then I was wearing a white linen top, so that probably wouldn't have worked well. I'd probably get myself really messy then. And I was I just thought I just had this thought, like, if this is where I think this is so funny, and I just had the thought, like, if these blackberries could talk to me, what would they say? And what those blackberries would say to me, the answer I got then was like, Sarah, stay on your own side of the fence. Really stay where you are. And yes, of course. And then I thought, like, I wonder if I have a look around. And I started actually looking down where I hadn't looked before. And I was just picking the berries that were out in front of me. And I started looking down, and voila, big bunches of lovely, big, succulent, juicy blackberries. There they were on my side of the fence. And what I realized is, like, where else do we think that things are better over there than they are here? Where do we think they're better on the other side of the street, in somebody else's group, in somebody else's thing? Really, it's all there. It's all there on our side of the street, on our side of the fence. We just stay in our own lane and stop looking over there. It's the looking over there that causes so many problems. Whereas if you just leave it go, stay in your own side of the fence, your own side of the street, all is well. All is well. It really is such a relief. So they're not better over there. They never are better over there. It's all here for you. And that's what I wanted to share with you today, because it really is such a huge lesson to know that there's more than enough for everybody. No need to be graspy, and there's no need to go somewhere else searching for it. We can stay where we are. It's all there. And I really do believe that your next 10K is right under your nose. But as you may not be able to see it, you need to believe it first. You absolutely need to believe it, and then it will be shown to you. When you stop looking out over there, over the fence, wondering if things are better over there than where they are here, that's when it will be shown to you. It will absolutely come to you. So I would love to invite you to something amazing that I'm doing in a few days' time. It's the one-to-many method, 5-day retreat, online retreat, and I am going to be sharing so many amazing things in there, so many amazing things about business, about marketing, about offers, niching, really having this most magical niching experience to make things so much easier for you to get your dream leads and sign dream clients, and and some magical messaging as well. I'm going to share some really magical messaging tips in there to help you to really see what's there. Let the people that are right there know that you exist and that you're here to help them. And yeah, I've got so much to share. So just go to thesarahleather.com/retreat, thesarahleather.com/retreat. Message me if you can't find it, or you'd like me to just pop the link to you. And I would love you to join us in the one-to-many method 5-day retreat. Just teach you so much about how to do business in a really beautiful, wholehearted way that's really effective, and learn a system, a method that is going to help you to sign up dream clients into your programs. Okay, thanks for being here. I'll be back to you really, really soon. Bye for now.